Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of my Squad Goals Career Mode series with Aston Villa. As you can see here, we're just taking a look at James Bree, the young right back that's been progressing quite nicely, and we've had numerous offers from Europe's top teams, the likes of Barcelona and Dortmund, for him in the past due to that growth level. We're going to delegate the negotiations to our assistant manager here, just so that we don't end up paying some more of the bonuses and that sort of thing. His wage has gone up quite dramatically when you compare it to what he was on before, but at £20,500 I think that's quite a good deal for us going forward. Just going to negotiate some of the loan deals that we've been offered here. Firstly, for Hans Holm, he's heading out to Fulham, and Daniel Babiaro here, another keeper that we're interested in the future, and we're going to send him out on loan to see if he can get some experience under his belt. Heading out to the first game of the episode here, we'll just take a look at the league table, and as we can see, we are at home in this game. Bourne will play in goal, Bree, Upamecano, Chester and Henry will play at the back, with Burge in the CDM role, Maitland-Niles and McGinn in midfield, with Grealish playing as Cam. And here we go, once again, my batteries have decided to disappear from use in my controller. Always happens when I start a career mode for some reason. I do use a set of rechargeable batteries, so I have to swap them out quite regularly. So as you can see here, facing off against Burnley in this first game of the episode, a nice long range shot there from John McGinn, forcing the save from their keeper. Moving on a little bit further into the action, and we're 22 minutes in. Burnley knocking a nice ball into the box there, but Bourne managed to come out and grab that away from the on-rushing striker. Nearly gave away a penalty there, I think, as Burnley take a great effort there from the edge of the box. What a fantastic strike there from the Burnley player. Could really not do much about that as it dropped out to him on the edge of the box. It's a bit of a scrambly goal. First shot, Horn manages to block, parry away. Maitland-Niles tries to get the effort away from the edge of the box, but it just drops out to their player, and we're 1-0 down. And they're on the attack again here. Got it out on the wing, knocked it into the box, and Horn's had to flip it away again, but it was only out to the edge of the box once more, and then nearly rattled in another effort from a deflection. Second half, nice lob through ball there to Maitland-Niles. He gets it into the box, defender's good for it, keeper comes out though. Burge out to James Bree. Bree knocks it into the box. Oh, and we nearly get our head on it there with Brewster. Kendrick knocks it into the box. Oh, what an awesome volley from close range there. Horn's got no chance of getting that out of the top corner. And Burnley go 2-0 up. Just get caught out with that header coming into the 6-yard box, and that volley from close range. I mean, Horn gets a hand to it, but he didn't get enough on it to push it away. Jack Grealish there with an effort from the edge of the box. Not a bad effort at all. Perhaps could have pushed it on one more touch though. Opened a bit more space up for himself. It's a nice driven shot that the keeper has to push around the post. John McGinn here out on the wing. Knocks it inside. Tavernier with a header. Too much on it. Knocks it over the bar.
3 minutes of added time.
Johnson here out on the wing has found Wood. And Wood with the effort. Was put off by Horn, who were rushed out to try to prevent him from getting another goal. It's a 2-0 loss there against Burnley in this first game of the episode. Sean Dyche quite happy with the result, obviously. James Bree was the man of the match there for us. He got 7 points for that, with McGinn and 3 getting 3 for their performances. That means the player of the month so far is Burge on 13, Horn on 12, McGinn on 10, Bree on 9 and Green on 8. As we move out to a bit of training, just going back to the player of the month scenario, obviously we used to do it as a player of the episode, but more lately, because we're getting more games in each month and we're splitting the episodes down, we've decided to change that to a player of the month scenario, as we just reject there a offer from the United States for international management. Moving out to the second game of the episode, and we are at home here at Villa Park against Stoke City. Our team for this game is Horn in goal, Bree at right back, Upamecano and Bastonia in the centre, with Wagman playing left back, Maitland-Niles, Burge and Dozzle are in midfield, with Nelson, Woodburn and Tavernier up front. A few minutes into the match here as we get things underway. Stoke with the first effort on goal, and Horn has to make a very good save there. Nelson gets in behind, but just drifted offside there. So unlucky with that effort. It would have been away. It's a very tight call. Alexander Burge in the midfield there, finding Dozzle. And a terrible ball from Dozzle. Niles with a really strong tackle on the Stoke City player. I think he's actually hinges him. Yeah, they're calling for the stretcher. Maitland-Niles knocks the ball down the wing to Reece Nelson. He cuts back, knocks it into the box. Woodburn was there but couldn't quite get his head on it. We tried to scramble the ball back away from Stoke, but we can't get it under our control. Great through ball there to Reece Nelson, and he's got his goal. Top corner for Reece Nelson, smashes it home. It was an awesome through ball though. I think it was Maitland-Niles with the through ball. Yeah, Maitland-Niles there with an amazing through ball. The two ex-Arsenal players linking up to get us a goal and take the lead against Stoke. Smashes it into the top corner. Stoke here got the ball out on the wing, knocking it into the box. And scrambling it away. It's a really messy bit of play there, but we managed to get the ball away. As we move into the last few minutes of the game, we're in time added on. And Stoke have managed to do us at the last. Absolutely mugged us in time added on there. And I thought I was congratulating one of their players for a moment there. It just looks like my twin is managing Stoke City though. Lovely bit of play, build-up play, shuffling the ball around so that I cannot get anywhere near them. Upamecano there, trying to get to the ball, but the player manages to bend it into the top corner, and it's a really great goal. From the kick-off here. So, yeah, that's the end of the game. It was almost the last kick of the game there that the Stoke City player scored his goal, and the result swung into Stoke's favour. So 1-1 against Stoke. Not a brilliant performance by any stretch, but Maitland-Niles got an 8 for his efforts. Obviously that through ball was an absolute perler to set up Reece Nelson. So now player of the month is Burge with 16, Horn with 15 and Maitland-Niles is up there with 12. Moving out to some training again with the youngsters, and as you probably noticed in the last round, Giordano, the young centre-back, went up by 1 overall and now sits on 68. Rossi this time has moved up to 60 overall. As we move out to the youth squad, let's take a look at the players that we've got in the lineup. We're looking at Connor Mason here, young central defensive midfielder worth £450,000. We've signed him up to the main team because he was potentially going to move on. We've loan listed him as well. Taking a look at Giovanni Lombardi, another 18-year-old that potentially might be looking to move on, and left-footed, worth £300,000, got a potential of between 79 and 85, but only got 59 at the moment. We have decided to promote him to the youth squad though, and we'll try to send him out on loan to try to improve his statistics. And we move out to the next game of this episode. We're facing off against Brighton at the Amex Stadium. And here's our lineup for the game. We've got Horn in goal, Bray at right back, Upamecano, Bastoni and Henry fill out the rest of the defence, with Burge in CDM, Maitland-Niles and McGinn in midfield, with Grealish playing in the cam position, and I believe we've probably got Weah and Brewster up front together. Lovely run here down the line from Henry, gets it into the box, and it's Brewster on the end of it. Lovely little chip up run from Rico Henry into the box, and Ryan Brewster's just there to get the header home. All the time in the world for Rico Henry there out on the wing to knock the ball into the box, and Brewster's there just to nod it past the keeper. A very similar scenario unfolding there again between Henry and Brewster in the middle, as we scramble away an effort from Brighton. Horn here, dribbling the ball out. He's managed to give it away though. That's always the risk with trying to play out from the back with Horn, is that you potentially open yourself up for the opposition to get an easy opportunity, and they've just lobbed that one up over the top. Maitland-Niles there, stealing the ball away out on the right hand side. He's got it into Grealish, who rides the challenge. It's knocked back to Grealish. Fake shot, cuts back inside, knocks it into the box, and it's John McGinn there waiting at the back post. We'd actually got two players sat there at the back post waiting to knock that one in. Just enough there from Grealish to put the players off, because they thought he was going to knock the crossing first time, but he's got McGinn and Brewster at the back post there waiting to knock the ball home, and McGinn just volleys it past the keeper. It's poor keeping though, to be honest, although you could say it was a rather unconventional finish from McGinn. He did smash it into the ground as well. And McGinn's now got 4 goals in the Premier League. Brighton moving out into the attack here. Loftus-Cheek on the ball, tries to go inside, but Upamecano manages to wrangle the ball away from him. Loftus-Cheek again knocks it out to Janto, and they've knocked it into the box. Great save there from Horn as we come into the closing moments of this game. It's a good header at the back post, and Horn manages to get across and stop that one from going in, and it's a victory there against Brighton, away from home. And a really good performance all round from the team. Rico Henry was obviously the star of the match though, with his assist in the first half. He got 10 points for his efforts, but McGinn followed him quite closely with 9. That means that the player of the month now is Horn on 19, McGinn on 19 and Burge on 16. As we just have a look at the scout results here, Alfie Rose, we can see that Manuel has basically been approached by another team, so he's off the list. Juan Aguilar Still worth £300,000, has a potential of between 75 and 94, and an overall of between 50 and 64 currently. We're going to leave him on the list for future reference at this point. Let's have a look at the other players that we might potentially be signing in the future. Jose Manuel, worth 475,000. I think we'll put him straight into the youth squad at that kind of value, and we'll leave the others on the list for next month. Hopefully they might make some further improvements. As we take a look at some of the scout results from Lewis Fraser, who's in England looking for a goalkeeper. They need to be of significant quality though now, because we've got a number of goalkeepers already on the books, so we don't want to just be signing any old keeper there. We need them to be of a particular potential. So we'll leave a couple there for the last month of scouting as we move out to Connor Hill, who's in Italy. We've got Fabio Casardi, he's first on the list, we're going to get rid of him. Gasparoni, again not really up to scratch. Greco, 15 years of age but not showing a huge amount of potential. Richie, again off the list. Giovanni Rizzi gone, and Davide Rivaldi is also off the list. It was a shortish episode, that one, but if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel for more FIFA 2019 content.